Coming up, the Panthers and Bucs square off for the second time in 3 weeks as Carolina looks to sweep the series for the first time since 2017. It's the close of the regular season, and it's headed your way next.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 24-year-old quarterback in his 4th season from USC, a former 3rd overall pick, Sam Darnold. Off of play action, Darnold. And incomplete to open things up. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Now it's Darnold. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
This is caught by Evans. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Brady now on 1st down. Caught on the slant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Darnold. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now Brown. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Brady.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. Oh, he bowls over it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Brady now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. A gain of 6 there on 1st. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Not the the trend he wanted to start the season with. A fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Suckham, and that'll make the score 14-0. They got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet.
And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckham. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you? Down the numbers! There he goes! Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Leonard Fournette and the rest of the Bucs offense set to take over once more. Well, looky there. He's getting close to 1,000. I'm sure he knows where he stands. I bet if the offensive line didn't know, he made sure they knew. I'm closing in, guys. Final week of the season.
You know who really informed the offensive line? the offensive line coach.
Okay.
Because it's a big deal for his unit as well to be able to say, hey, we escorted guys to 1,000 yards or more in a season, just like blocking for a 3,000-yard or 4,000-yard passer. So it's a lot of pride on the line, and his pride is paramount because he wants to be able to join that pantheon of guys that in the NFL ran for 1,000 yards or more in a season.
Pride on the line. I see what you did there.
You like that?
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a give to Fournette. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Shotgun now for Brady. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll run here with Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Bernard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now 3rd down coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Darnold from the gun. Looking long for Thomas. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. They'll swing this out to Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down to the 11. A big play there just before halftime.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
On 1st down, Brady. Being chased out left. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Here's Brady. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Now Brady again. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Succop. And a rout is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come to half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps our defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Leonard Fournette.
57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Bernard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Bernard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A draw play. Bernard. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
Succop's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
After 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Let's go, baby. A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back now in Tampa. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. He'll get this complete to Erickson. And I think the ball's out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Here's Darnold. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 24. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
On the run, it's Fournette. Runs over him. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Brady gives this one to Vaughn. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Darnold
throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it here with Bernard. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet? Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. 7 yards, the pickup there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Darnold completes it, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To the air again, Darnold. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed. And we'll get a review in this game. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel